In the quiet hum of Springfield's skyline, the nuclear plant breathes like a slumbering beast. Its cooling towers rise like twin pillars of forgotten gods, masking silence with toxic whispers. And at its heart sits Homer Simpson, dozing, snap crumbs scattered like fallen stars. Yet beneath the comedy lies a reflection of us all, clumsy guardians of dangerous fire. Think about it. Homer isn't just lazy, he's the mirror of humanity's distracted soul. Every button he ignores, every warning he overlooks, feels like prophecy carved into yellow skin. The control room glows in eerie neon, screens flickering like the eyes of restless spirits. Outside, children play in Springfield streets, never realizing their fates rest on his drowsy hands. And suddenly it hits. This isn't a cartoon, it's a confession disguised as slapstick laughter. What if Homer's nuclear job was never about comedy, but a metaphor for collective ignorance? A man too tired to care, yet trusted with a power that could end worlds. Is that not us, distracted by glowing screens while nuclear shadows stretch quietly across history? The plant isn't just Springfield's backdrop, it's a cathedral of denial, built on glowing lies. Listen closely. The hum of the reactor echoes like a heartbeat we pretend not to hear. Homer eats his donut, glaze shimmering like false comfort against the ticking clock of fate. Lenny and Carl laugh nearby, masking their unease with jokes that taste like nervous survival. Even Mr. Burns, skeletal and cruel, knows humanity's ignorance keeps his empire unchallenged, forever alive. And so the story unfolds, framed by comedy, painted in yellow, hiding a universal truth. This isn't about Springfield anymore, it's about every city, every worker, every unguarded moment. Because when Homer sleeps at the console, don't we all close our eyes with him? Imagine Homer's finger hovering above the wrong switch, trembling slightly, glazed with powdered sugar. One careless press and Springfield's safety vanishes like chalk drawings beneath sudden summer rain. Yet no alarms ring, no voice warns, because ignorance is louder than any siren ever built. Isn't that what humanity does best? Laugh loudly so we can't hear approaching thunder? Marge scrubs dishes at home, unaware her husband's distraction balances the fate of generations. Bart skates through cracked sidewalks, rebellion in motion, never knowing he's a shadow of fallout. Lisa studies late into the night, her intellect sparking like fragile lightning against darkness. And Maggie, silent as always, sucks her pacifier, unknowingly cradled in the glow of danger. Every Simpsons episode hides this tension, the illusion of normal life masking catastrophe's quiet breath. The plant looms in the background of Springfield like a ticking clock, disguised as scenery. When we laugh at Homer's mistakes, do we secretly laugh at our own blind spots? The nuclear job is more than slapstick. It's a prophecy dressed as workplace comedy. Humanity too works half asleep, trading time for wages, ignoring the monsters behind glowing panels. Our world is Springfield, just painted differently. Same distractions, same ignorance, same dangerous hum beneath. Do you feel it? That subtle shiver, like watching fireworks above a buried minefield?
The truth is never shouted here. It seeps in slowly, yellow-tinted, disguised as harmless humor. And the brilliance of it? We accepted it as comedy, never sensing the omen. Homer isn't failing alone. He's teaching us how blindness becomes routine, how danger becomes wallpaper. The longer we ignore the glow, the harder it is to admit its presence. And when the day comes, when laughter stops, will we remember Homer's warning in time? In the plant's shadow, Springfield streets glow with neon signs, flickering like false constellations. Each bulb whispers a lie. Everything's fine, nothing's wrong. Keep laughing, keep shopping, keep eating. But the truth lingers beneath, the kind of truth you only notice when silence gets heavy. Look closer. Springfield is a reflection of us, a society addicted to comfortable ignorance. Homer's workstation is our own timeline, buttons we don't understand, lights we pretend aren't flashing. We scroll screens instead of manuals, laugh at memes instead of listening to warning sirens. Isn't it strange? Comedy becomes prophecy, and prophecy hides inside the laughter of fools. Every donut Homer eats feels like an offering, sugary tribute to the god of distraction. Think of Marge's sighs, heavy with quiet knowledge that her husband is never truly present. She carries the burden of awareness, while Homer drifts unbothered into the glow of denial. And Lisa, Lisa, the only one who sees through the veil, yet remains unheard. Her saxophone cries in the night, mournful notes echoing like warnings ignored by sleeping gods. She is the conscience of Springfield, yet even her voice drowns beneath the laugh track. What happens to truth when no one listens? It becomes background noise, fading like static. And Bart, reckless spirit, becomes the metaphor for rebellion that burns out before sparking change. Margie, silent prophet, watches the world without words, as if she knows how it ends. Their home feels warm, yet fragile, like a lantern glowing inside a paper universe. Every dinner scene hides catastrophe outside the window, glowing faintly like radioactive twilight. And through it all, Homer smiles, blissfully ignorant, a mask we've all worn ourselves. Because deep down, we know we are all Homer, stumbling through danger with a smile.
Homer embodies that look, the glance at the clock, the hunger over duty, the shrug. Yet that's why it hurts, because it isn't villainy, it's humanity caught in its weakest hour. Nuclear danger doesn't need evil. It thrives on sleep, distraction, paperwork, donuts left half-eaten. And Springfield's sky glows faintly green, like a warning flare painted across eternity's canvas. Lisa gazes upward, eyes sharp, knowing she's witnessing prophecy, masked as suburban routine. She tries to speak, but her words dissolve into sitcom laughter, as if truth is unwelcome. Every episode, every scene trains us to normalize the absurd, to forget the glowing towers. But if comedy is anesthesia, what pain isn't numbing? What wound left untreated beneath? The plant is Springfield's heart, but its heartbeat is irregular, stuttering like a clock running down. And somewhere, in that silence between laughs, you feel it too. Time is running out. Dawn arrives, but the sun feels weaker, its light battling against Springfield's artificial radioactive glow. The towers loom like prophets of silence, casting shadows that stretch longer than Springfield's streets. Homer stirs awake, wipes crumbs from his shirt, never realizing the apocalypse sits beneath fingertips. One laugh track later, and he forgets again, like humanity, choosing blissful denial over burdened awareness. Isn't that the essence of our age? Joking while the reactor hums beneath fragile walls? Look closer. Every Simpsons rerun is an echo chamber, replaying humanity's ignorance like infinite static. The glow of the plant is not Springfield's secret. It's our world's hidden burning mirror, and Homer, smiling wide, becomes the clown saint of a generation blind to its own peril. Lisa's saxophone wails through the night, her melody bending like light across radioactive dust clouds. She knows the truth. Comedy cannot contain catastrophe, but maybe prophecy hides inside laughter. Marge prays silently at the sink, bubbles reflecting fractured worlds, soap foam carrying unspoken dread. Bart rebels harder, his skateboard wheels sparking fire, but rebellion without awareness becomes hollow noise. Maggie, the silent witness, sucks her pacifier, watching the towers as if she remembers the future. And Springfield, painted yellow, keeps repeating, its clock resetting endlessly, its warnings disguised as sitcom reruns. But tell me honestly, when Homer laughs, don't you feel a shiver beneath your smile? That's the rabbit hole, the forbidden truth. Humor isn't escape, it's camouflage for collective denial. The nuclear plant is a shrine of human ignorance, growing brighter with every ignored warning. And Homer,
our everyman is the priest of distraction, preaching comfort while the walls decay. So when the credits roll and the theme song plays, ask yourself, was it really fiction?